Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's jam. And if anyone gets the reference that I try to do in this one, good on you, Space Cowboy. It's going to be the entire video. I'm going to make a lot of those puns, and I'm not going to regret anything. Also, just want a quick shout out to Ignis. Happy birthday. Or even better, 21st birthday. Yeah. I remember my 21st birthday. Nope, scratch that. No, I don't. Let's see. So, as you probably guessed, this is a painting stream. I will be painting. I actually have a match coming up, so I want to get this tank done before I, had it. And I got a little bit of the work started. It's just I was using a much thicker brush than I was used to, and it actually went pretty well. Very thin layer of coat, or coat of paint for a layer. I can English. Yeah, so I just wanted to run right into it. Also, the pieces move. That amuses me. Excuse me. Now, it's not the cleanest paint job. This is actually just the base primer on it, but I thought it looked pretty good. So we're just going to run right in. First up, I want to do a little more of the thing with the stuff in the place. Actually, can I do this? Tacky putty? Hand-holdy thing? Gotta say, I really like that hand-holdy thing. It's quite useful. In fact, I can probably just use this entire little glob. Just... Will it work? This is a very delicate procedure. Thwomp. I know. This takes a lot of practice. Don't try this at home, kids. I know. Any second now, it'll blow up on me. We're gonna blow... Ooh, it actually worked. Nah, it's way too wobbly. I don't like it. I'm easily amused, I know. But, joking aside, I actually just want to put this over here. Hey, General Winter. What's up, man? Oh, it might actually... Now that is a surprise. It almost fits on there? Nope, no, it doesn't quite fit. I don't want to risk breaking it. Alright, easy way is not going to work. So we're going to do it the other easy way. Hey, Commissar Ludfang, oh god. What's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. Yep. Let's see, I'm going to start with a little silver here. Yep, lead belcher. Need to get more of this. Actually, General Winter, it's not a Land Raider. I'm working on a Primaris Repulsor. Mostly because I mostly have Primaris units. So, getting a Land Raider would be cool, but... Oh, yeah, Ludwig, thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Also, I just kind of like how it looks. Then the flying aspect is fun. Also, because it has all the guns. All the guns. Hey, Deadphone, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. Ooh, and Killian, what's up? Speaking of Killian... God, I've been watching more Killian Experience with a Pretty Guardian. Whew. That is a trip. That is definitely the best way to describe it. Alright, let's see. I'm going to adjust the camera a bit so I can see where I like to paint. Wasn't entirely sure it would. Oh well. My deep dark secret. I have bad cord control. I know, I'm a monster. I actually know people who would believe that too. That I have bad board control or cord control, and I am a monster. Alright, that's better. They got the little steps around here. I want to do these. Hey, Steampunk Joe, what's up, man? Sorry, Steampunk, I won't be able to. I'm going to be doing this for a bit. I want to get it done today if possible. If I can't, I'll have to do another one. Oh, Llama. You're heading out. All right. Thanks for dropping by, Llama. Sorry, you're going to miss me playing Corpse Party. Best part is, by the time he hears that, it'll be too late. Yeah. Pretty Guardian wants to play it. I might have miscalculated. I only got the steps in here. I watered it down just a bit too much, but it's not too bad. Deadphones, yes, it is a Smurf tank. It's smurfing good. You know what's good for the Smurf is good for the Smurfer. I'm actually not used to painting such large models, so it's kind of interesting to get used to it. It's going to be a lot of touch-up work later. Oh, so much touch-up work. But, you know, that's what painting's for. Doesn't have to be good, it just has to be patient. I watered that down a bit too much. But that's not a worse action. Action. Thing to do. Worst thing to do. General Winter, I got a few. Like, just enough for maybe altogether a little over 1,000 points. I also got Bobby G just because he's really good. And oddly enough, his skill and his strength actually makes it easier for a beginner. Ah, that's better. I reworked the water base and yeah, much better. It's going on very well. It's a little too thin. I can see quite a lot of the blue under it. And while I'm not opposed to touching it up, not having to would probably be better. Oh yeah, first Land Raider. Yeah, Steampunk. Maybe after the stream. It really depends how long it goes. Just not sure how long this will take. Probably a couple hours. I got off work today and it's just been fun. Has anyone ever seen a pineapple reverse on a stick shift? You shouldn't, but that's how today felt. Yeah. I have no idea what that means, but it seems to fit how I'm feeling about it. It's like there's this little corner on all of them. Like, oh, no, it is painted. It just, for some reason, the metallics just make it look like I didn't. That is a very weird effect. Okay. Just making sure to get the paint in the entire cracks and crevices. All right, again, I overpainted a bit, but not the worst thing. Wait, dead phones. DBZ Kai is tonight? I know Team 4-Star said they would, but... Oh! God, Jaeger Bomb, thank you very much. And the next one, I actually just recorded it yesterday and finished editing it last night. And right now they're processing the video, so I'll upload it maybe after the stream tonight. And hope to God it doesn't get claimed by Sony. I don't get it. It's happened. It's stupid because there's nothing they own, but yeah. Ah, the random for muffins. Oh, jeez. And the Jaeger Bomb, thank you very much for that. I also will update the little donation icon. For some reason, it doesn't track Super Chat too. I'm trying to save up for a wedding for Pretty Guardian. I kind of proposed last Monday. And she said yes! I put the video up and everything. Her sister saw it because she subscribes to my channel, and her first comment was, "Oh God, he recorded it too." Yeah. I swear, half of the 1,000 video views on there are just me rewatching, going, ah. Okay, seriously, Airier. Pay attention to the thing you're painting, otherwise it will never get done. On the other hand, I enjoy this, so yeah, that's not a bad thing. Steampunk, see what I can do. If you want me to record something, though, just send me the lines. I'll send you over the video or the audio file. Just warn you, though, my mic doesn't have audio control very well, so it does blow out. I'm working on that. But, you know what they say, slow, steady upgrades. Need to add a little more water. It's getting a little too dry there. Oh, thank you, Jaeger Bong. And yeah, I just said Jaeger Bong. Oh, God. Way to go, me. And Lootfang, thank you very much. Yeah, I've been on cloud 9 for the last week, which is good because work has been interesting. That's definitely one way to put it. Now, I want to just get the outside of this, so I'm not going to be too touchy here. It's weird because the vast majority of this I'm not going to touch because it's a, you know, an ultramarine Smurf. And this, I should point out, is not actually painted. This is the primer, the spray paint I used. It just happens to match perfectly. Yeah. Oh, God. A Deathcore Krieg Army. General Winter, I might, just because I like collecting things. I mean, I would probably be the guy who would never make a full compatible army for anything, but would have everything, like at least one of everything. I'm a collector at heart, and that is actually something I would like to do. The only one I don't really have an interest in is General Army, or just the General Imperial Guard, just because I don't like their paint scheme. They're just, and they're normal, and I kind of like just how over-the-top crazy a lot of the other units are. That's why I like painting the Death Guard. Oh, wait, tomorrow's DBZ Kai Defense. In that case, yeah, it's probably real. I'll see Pretty Guardian tomorrow. She doesn't know it comes out tomorrow. And Christian, thank you very much. Yeah. It's going to sound cheesy and silly, but we have been finishing our conversations with, see you later, fiance. Yeah, fiance. God, we have literally turned into that annoying, overly affectionate couple. I did not intend for that to happen. It just kind of did. All right, so I got... Ooh, there's lights over here. I'm going to put a lot of red on this thing. Holy crap. Let's see. Also, if anyone's wondering, I actually have the box. And I've been using it as a reference just out of sight. Mostly because it fits there and it doesn't fit on my little thing. Ah, Lootfang. I don't have wallet. I just have an empty bank account that tells me when to stop. Honestly, I'm not that bad, but it would be easy to do. Very easy. Thankfully, I actually do have a lot of self-control. Having expensive hobbies forces you to gain that pretty fast. Also, I've been saving off a lot for a certain ring lately. Thank you for everyone who donated. That made it a huge help. Oh, yeah, just gotta put a little happy blue smurf on it, Wallace. Okay. Oh, I gotta remember not to touch where I just painted. That is actually going to be hard. Yeah. Nocturnal, I'm not Jesus, but thank you for the compliment. Oh, God. I'm going to hell for that joke. To be fair, with all the other jokes I've made, it's probably one of many. One of many. Alright, now let's see. I want to make the little clasps silver. Oh, that's actually working out pretty well, because everything else is lower, so I don't have to worry about striking it. I'll probably have to repaint it, but I mean, as far as issues go, that's just making it easy. Ah, see? That is just easy to get down. I tried doing reactions to Let's Play and gameplay. It just doesn't feel right for some reason. I mean, I don't mind doing it. It just doesn't look as a reaction. Personal opinion. I do just enjoy watching them, though. And Pretty Guardian does it a lot. Also, Temporary Alien. What's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. Oop. Brush is starting to dry. Better put this down before it's too late. I love it when they have raised bits I can paint. It's just... it makes it so much easier. And yes, I realize I should have painted the black bits first. Yeah. Oh, yeah, McKnight, I thin them a little too much, actually. A lot of the time I put them in, especially with these metallic paints. Yeah, I have had issues where the paint actually doesn't cover because it's too watery. I prefer it that way, though, because it's just so easy to go back. Because, you know, add another small layer, I just add more water. I don't actually worry about the paint. It takes me a lot longer to do it, but it, you know, it does actually happen. Let's see how this clap. I'm practically dry brushing it at this point. But it's working surprisingly well, so I'm not going to complain. I mean, I could still complain, but that's because I'm an ass. And yeah, General Winter, this is the new Primaris Repulsor. I just like it. It's fun. But I'm also a little biased because it kind of looks like a Gundam foot, and that literally is just kind of bait for me. Yeah, I'm easily bribed. And having anything Gundam usually does it. A little too thin there. Just take a little dab. Hey, random guy. No, you're not late. I had a lot of technical issues, so I started late. So you're actually pretty much on time. Ooh. Christian, while I would love to watch it, be careful about using anything Disney related. They will come after you. So change the model so they don't look quite like them. And use a stupid name that everyone knows is stupid, but you have fun with. Otherwise, they will go after you. Disney is relentless in their copyright protection. It's actually kind of scary how far they will go. Hell, they've been taken to court over some of their actions and lost, but the fact that they still make people do it is... Yeah, Disney's scary. Very scary. I see why everyone puts this little flap down now. In hindsight, I would have done that, but I didn't think to. Ah, silly me. Yeah, there's certain franchises, though, you can get away with, but anything Disney related, don't even try it. It's not worth it. At least for original things. Disney will go after them. Almost everyone else, though, won't bother if it's an original creation just using their stuff. Within reason. Alright, anything else, Steampunk? Thanks for dropping in then, man. I'll try and hit you up after I finish this, but I just don't know when this will end. Mostly because I'm very slow. Also kind of wondering, should I paint those little bits? I do not know. Oh, yeah, I want to get the little handles. See if I can get them in. Slime Harbro. I would love to do a slime. One, Crazy Snake. Thanks for dropping in, two. I would love to do a slide just because I've seen it and he's just cool. He's just a cool model. The lore, the backstory, the way TTS describes him. Oop, gotta be a little careful with this one. And the way he has the force. I'm going to be doing so much touching up with this. But hey, that's fine. That's usually how I paint. I overpaint to start with, and then just spend a lot more time touching it up. I'm trying to get a game in Wednesday at the shop near my house, and near is very relative. So I'm not sure when I'll be able to do it, but yeah. What if websites were countries? Random guy? I think we all know what the biggest countries would be then. Things I cannot say on YouTube. Seriously, they will do crazy things to your stream if you do that. And I know better than to say that. Because I have standards. Okay, I'm just going to wait a few seconds while people laugh. Alright, see you later, Nocturnal. Thanks for dropping by, man. I know the Imperium Man isn't for everyone, but I actually kind of like the uniform look. But I also like some of the more spastic, individualized chaos. And I just like the different effects. And I've been collecting a bunch. Hell, I need to work on Tyranids soon. Guy I knew was selling his army because his 2-year-old was in the phase where all Tyranids look like chew toys. Yeah. It was like, sell them or get Doctor to remove them from colon. Take your pick. I took advantage of the fact that he was selling them. Kind of feel like an ass, but at the same time, I don't. No, honestly, Nocturnal. To each their own. I don't mind. Although I will admit, when it comes to painting, I like playing these because they're easier to learn. But in sheer painting, I like the sheer look of the Death Guard, just with the bronze and the green, the pussy aspects. It's just disgustingly fun to paint them. I enjoy all the aspects of it. But I can see why some people wouldn't. This is a very basic color scheme. But again, it's just not that hard to do. Although I've seen some people do some conversions recently online, and holy crap. Ah, General Winter. You feel sorry for the models. Oh, God. I'm not sure if you're talking about the previous comment about countries, but... that would be worse. It's always hard to shove it in there. It doesn't always get out of the way. Just gotta swing it around a bit to make sure it fits. I was talking about the paintbrush tip. Just the tip, okay? Crazy Snake. Someone did a conversion of Black Templars and tutus and ballet slippers. Oh my god. That's just actually kind of funny. It's kind of like the Tyranids I got. The guy kit bashed them to hell and back. Ooh, Dante, you're upgrading. Nice. And Nocturnal, I need to figure out what that Rap Tap Tap is. I know it's about Warframe. I don't want to look up because I know it's spoilers. But I don't know how it's a spoiler yet. But if I looked it up, I would know because I would spoil myself. You see the conundrum. Also, I do actually like painting regular 40k units. Just it's fun to get into little nooks and crannies and see what you can add effect-wise. Yeah, there's like the glassy eyes. Sometimes little dots on the back of the leg. It's just little things that won't really be noticed, but they're fun to add in because it makes them more individualized. But that's just me doing it because I kind of enjoy it. I'm sure no one got this, but I actually really enjoy doing the painting aspects of 40k. I suck at kit bashing, though. Oh god, Christian, I did say that. Oh, General Winter, I've looked at the Knight models. They're so cool. I'm actually doing this right now as a test to see if I'm close enough to painting a Knight model. I realize it's not, but I want to get there someday. I would love to do a bunch of Knights. I mean, yes, money would be gone, but I would like to work up to it just because they look so cool. How would you not want to have a Knight? It's literally just a mech. A giant space mech in space. Alright, I think I got this one nearly done. There's a little lip down here I'm trying to get without hitting the siding around it. And it's somewhat working? Yeah. I'm mostly hitting it. Just at the same time, mostly sometimes hitting it. Alright, that looks pretty good. Got the little exhaust ports in there. The back side's done. I wonder if I should put on details here. Yeah, I mean, I got that one. Let's do the rest of them. Oh god, a singing orc. I could see TTS or some of the crazy guys involved with it doing that. It wouldn't be the weirdest thing I've seen. Conga Dancing Guardsman, guys. Conga Dancing Guardsman. If you haven't looked it up, it's a real thing. I have a hard time believing it's a real thing, and I already watched it. But it is a real thing. Conga Dancing Guardsman. Alright, just getting these little turrets in. I'm not actually sure what they are, but they look cool, and I'm going to paint them silver. Unlike the regular guardsmen, where I try and keep them semi-uniform in how I paint them, I have a sneaking suspicion that I won't be buying more of these because they're expensive, so I can go all out. Space Australia. Oh, God. Space chips. Oh, what about Space New Zealand? And like Space Lord of the Rings. It's a thing. Oh god, Lord of the Rings in space would be so cool. I mean, it'd be like stupid, but it'd be kind of stupid I enjoy, so I would find it cool. which is probably all the reason anyone needs not to do it, because if I find it funny, that's usually an indication. But yeah. Honestly, Christian, I would think about doing it, but I don't do models well. And I feel like that would be stealing if I did that. I know it's not a problem because they actually put out dimensions, and the only thing technically required to play the game is the rulebook, so I could just use, you know, chess pieces for all I want, but I mean, it's killing me. It's just, yeah. And General Winter, I haven't seen Hell's Reach, but when I catch up on TTS, I do plan on watching that next. I've heard it's really good. In no uncertain terms, especially. I just need to tag it first. And yeah, Wallace Burner, Gundam! That is literally all I want out of it. That's why I want the freaking Titans. Or Knights. I would like a Titan too, but God, no, price-wise, no. I looked at Forge World for the sheer, like, oh, it can't be that bad. No. Like, if someone ever says they have an expensive hobby, I'll be like, oh yeah, what is it like? And then they just say, I buy all Forge World models. Who hurt them? Who hurt them? Okay, I can't go too deep here. It just doesn't fit in the hole. But I can just put enough juice in there that it kind of slithers in it either way. Doesn't need to be perfect, it just needs to be good enough. I love these little details. They're just so much fun to paint. And they're kind of in this weird category where I don't have to be too serious with them because just a little paint goes a long way. All right. That looks pretty good. Five Titans. Oh God, and Ludfang, the prices in Australia on, oh. I'm going to actively not think about that. That sounds painful. Legitimately painful. I'm just going to wipe that from my memory. Sorry, what were we talking about? I seem to be missing a big chunk of my memory there. Wow. What a surprise. It's not like I was ignoring anything. Oh, God, Carl, you watched all of the Naruto series. It's too bad it ended after Shippuden, and they never went any further. I would have loved to see Hinata growing up a bit more, and her with Naruto, and not having any kids because that would have been stupid. Because they would have tried to take away from the original series and it wouldn't work. Yeah. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Honestly, I have nothing wrong with Boruto. I just never really got into it. But the jokes are fun. It's usually why I do anything. And yes, I'm aware that's not a good reason, but it's my reason. I'm okay with that. Not the best way to cover it up there, but it'll work. Naruto Kai. Oh, ooh. Yeah, Dante, you definitely want to. Although I would recommend maybe just going on to like Tabletop Simulator and downloading the different stuff through that. That'd be fun. It's cheaper. Or just going on eBay. yeah, that would also work out too. Or if you buy things on eBay, I will paint them for you if you send them to me. $10 a model. Yeah, honestly, at this point, it's just because if someone sends me a model, it's like, ooh, I've never painted this before. It'll be fun. And then, you know, the $10 would just be shipping at that point. And I would probably spend way more of it just on paint because I like get all the stuff I don't have. And it's like, ooh, an excuse to buy more. Yay, paint. A little too thin. Oh, man. So Boruto isn't bad, but the first arc sucks? Ah, well, that definitely is not a killer if the show goes long enough, but that's always dangerous for any show that doesn't have really solid backing right away. It's pieces like this, though, that I really dislike because they have so many dimensions. It's very easy to miss a side because you just don't see it at the moment. Not saying I've done that before, but I might have. You will never know. I wonder what kind of wash I could put on this. More specifically, what do I have enough of to put on this? I would normally go Nolan oil, but I kind of want it to be a little shinier. Okay. Dante's package, I know how to play, but I don't know how to play on Tabletop Simulator. I can never get it to work because I keep fucking it up. That's more of a me problem, though. But seriously, hit up my Discord. There's probably a bunch of people who know how. A few people have asked me, and I couldn't seem to figure it out. Again, that's more of a me problem. But I know there's people on my Discord who know how. I'd ask Courier, but I think where he's at, it's like 2 in the morning right now, and I hope he's not awake. That would just be too much. You know, there is one thing about Boruto, though, I think everyone can agree is awesome. Naruto and Hinata together. Until Naruto goes away. Come on, that was the ship growing up. Oh, God, it was my ship I had growing up. Oh, God. I feel old all of a sudden. I need to go get my can and talk about the good old days of you little whippersnappers. Not gonna lie, though, the biggest reason I would ever want to get a house with a lawn is so I can just go out there with a broom, bang it on the porch at random people walking by and go, "Get off my lawn!" when they're explicitly not. One, I just find that funny, and two, it's stupid, which is probably why I find it funny. If anyone doesn't get that, my humor is stupid. Also, gotta ask, did any other space cowboys out there get the reference in the title? Huh? Anyone? Huh? Oh, wait. Carl. Kai Abridged. Part 3. Part 1 is out now? Oh. Well, I know what I'm doing tomorrow. Seeing Pretty Guardian and probably geeking out. But besides that, watching that will be awesome. I'm looking forward to it already. And let's see, just put a little more down on this. And for everyone who just got here, if you see that little donation bar at the top, I'm trying to save up to pay for a wedding for Pretty Guardian. Because I asked her to marry me and she said yes. They're expensive, I heard. Her family offered to help, but I want to cover as much as I can. I don't want to make them do it. I know also if they hear me say that, they'll be like, "Oh no, we can do it, that's fine." I don't know why I gave them a German accent. They're not German. At all. Yeah, Or at least I don't think they are. Overlord? Yeah, General Winter. I did watch Overlord. I didn't mind it. I actually had nothing wrong with it. I found it a fun show. It's just the first season was nice. I liked it. Nothing wrong with it. Just didn't really catch my interest this time around. And then I tried to watch the second season and just all the Lizardman stuff. It wasn't bad. It wasn't the characters I had grown to really enjoy. And I heard they get really good and it's awesome, but no. And also, Dante's package. You got it. It was Cowboy Bebop. You got it. Thank you for getting that, man. I'm glad someone got it. I was kind of hoping they would. I'm a massive Cowboy Bebop fan, as any good person would. Apparently at the Carnegie Science Center near where I work. Don't work in that building, thank God. But they did this thing where they had this Omnimax theater. Massive curved TV and everything. And they got the freaking Cowboy Bebop movie to play for a couple of days as like an anniversary. And I'm just so disappointed that I missed it. Because this is like one of those ultra huge screens that you sit back and you're like, whoa. I'm not even joking. Like, you have to lean back to see all the screen from every seat. It is a trip to be in there. Like, literally, you will actually trip. It's huge. Also, thank you very much, Crazy Snake. I haven't seen Shield Hero. It sounds good. I'll probably check it out eventually. There's always a few shows each year that I know are good, but I put them off just because, you know, if I'm ever sick or anything, it's like, well, time to reach into that file of shows that I know are good, but I haven't watched yet. It's just a habit I got into. Not sure why, though, because I haven't been sick that much. Pretty Cardi, on the other hand, yeah, she's exhausted that file. Just need to get that side. And yeah, I know there's going to be a lot of touch-up work on this, but that's cool. I'm fine with that. It's just fun to do this. Oh, I didn't get the backside? Oh, oops. I didn't get any of the backsides. Oh, well, might as well get that now. Oh, the live-action Cowboy Bebop? I'm both excited and worried about that in equal measure. On the one hand, Cowboy Bebop seems like one of those shows that could work really well adapted. On the other hand, Death Note should have been one of those shows that worked really well adapted. And, yeah. How did that go again? Yeah. Going to need a bigger brush for this. Putting that down. Naruto movie is the last Naruto the movie because Naruto now became. Well, I didn't know that, but that's awesome. Magical Girl or Dante's I haven't, but that sounds awesome. Just because Magical Girl shows now ever since Madoka came out are really creative and just really awesome a lot of the time. But once I gotta just adjust my leg. Well, don't fall. It's falling. Okay, it's not. Goodness, it doesn't hurt good. Like I said, it was a long day at work, and I'm enjoying not being there. My boss, though, poor bastard, got called into a night shift after a day shift. Then he came back in to check on us. Ugh, do not envy him. Do not envy. Alright, so this is a stiffer brush that I'm using. In fact, I'm going to just wet it up and try and work the bristles around because it's too stiff. Stiff. I can English right now. Honestly, though, I cheated a ton with this. I didn't really paint anything but the silver parts. Everything else was just spray paint that just worked. Let's see. I would like to see Shield Hero. Right now, though, I'm mostly just catching up on Slime. That time I was reincarnated as a slime. It's just a surprisingly fun show. Like, I expected it to be okay because people were talking about it. And then it turned out to be one of my favorites of the entire season. I was not expecting that. I might just have to leave some of these parts single color, because I don't think I could reach them well. Oops. The Last Naruto, the movie. God. It would make more sense if it said, you know, The Last Uzumaki, but that wouldn't make sense either since, you know, kids. Meh. Alright. I know I'm using the wrong size brush, and it is making it a little more difficult, but I want to get at least some of the paint off it before I just get rid of it. It bugs me to waste paint. I was trying to use this to get a bigger section in the back of these things, but it's just not working. I'll get the front. I'll probably leave the back of these somewhat the same color, but generally I think I'll just have to leave them monocolored. 8-minute April Fool's special? Oh, wait. What? I did... Oh, is that the Kai Abridged Part 1 they talked about? I'll have to check that out. That sounds fun. Although it's Team 4-Star, I'm kind of scared to see what they would consider as an appropriate April Fool's. Maybe like a Frieza Day? No, that's more like Christmas. The day where everyone comes around in the spirit of giving Frieza a reason not to murder them. I hear it's a very popular day to not get murdered on. I would recommend it myself. So for everyone out there trying not to get murdered by Frieza, keep doing that. It won't matter, but you could probably try. I could probably get this, and I will go over it later, but it's a little... Ooh. Oh, God, yeah, the Garlic Jr. special. That was one of theirs. Okay, I can get that with a tight brush. That looks like an interesting line right there. I do usually work in gold onto a lot of these. And I haven't done that yet. I could try. Let's see what happens. I want to get this back door, too. Just got to make sure the back door is nice and coated. Otherwise, it just gets a little weird. I'm also just using a very light brush right now. I'm not trying to force it in the cracks. This way, when I put the wash down, it'll actually re-dye it. Or at least, that's what I'm hoping will happen. Hell, I'm practically dry brushing it right now. Alright. Super freaking Parody Rangers? Honestly, White, I think it's in the playlist. I'm working off a master playlist to do reactions. I might have... I had to restart my computer and I lost a bunch of files. It might have been on there. Apparently, having about 50 open tabs is bad for your computer. I was annoyed. I was very annoyed. Inquisitor Wallace from Wallace and Gromit. New headcanon confirmed. I grew up on Wallace and Gromit. My dad was a huge fan, and I just followed after him on that one. I think I watched it like a dozen times growing up. And just make a picnic blanket type setup, and just watch Wallace and Gromit, the wrong trousers. Classic. Always a classic. The movie they put out recently wasn't bad. Okay, not recently. Like, last decade wasn't bad, but it missed a lot of the charm the original ones had. But it was also still cool enough that I didn't care. Well, yeah, Dante's, why wouldn't you want to paint a back door? That just sounds like it would be uncomfortable. Like, you'd be looking, it's like, why don't you paint your back door? I'm like, well, why don't you? I know it's not quite white, so that shouldn't be an issue. Just gotta make sure I get a nice even coat. And if I push too hard, hopefully it'll back out later when I add more of the brown stuff to it. Just wash it up and make it nice and clean again. I could just leave it all blue, but the black aspect's fine too. Just don't want to bruise it. Yeah, see? And again, there's a little blue still. I'm not too worried. Mostly it just didn't push too hard, so it shouldn't sink in too much. And where it did, I hope, the wash will sink in and make that a much darker shade. I might actually explicitly use Nolan oil there. Alright, that should be good for that. What are you guys talking about? I mean, my jokes are like ass? Oh, what? That's mean. Oh. And yeah, Dante's, I actually did have 25 open for a while, and I opened a bunch more. I was like, ooh, I can get all these done and try and like, just like do all these reaction recordings. I was like, zzz, whoop. Well, that sucks. I value having a computer because I'm not buying another one if I can avoid it. I will splurge on things if I need to, but I really don't want to need to. Also, will it second? Wallace and Darth Sidious. Bring me the cheese, Gromit. Bring me his cheese. That still sounds weird when you say it that way. Yeah. Probably shouldn't for some reason. See, now there's enough problems with this where it's wet and I can kind of feel it, so I don't want to do that. I kind of want to paint this tab up here, but at the same time I don't. But I kind of do, but I kind of don't, and I don't know. I think I will paint the inside of that. Nah, make it stay a nice, easy color. Don't want to overwhelm it. All right. I think I'll touch up the gun and move on maybe to the top. Ah, why, you think I have dignity. That's actually very nice. Thank you very much. Alright, just a little dab will do ya. Let's see if I'm maybe holding it this way. I haven't painted las guns before, so I'm not quite sure what I'm getting into here. I've heard some people mention these are much easier to paint before you pull them together. I did not know that. So now I'm doing it this way. Honestly, I don't mind. It's just, it's different. It's always finding the right angle, though, that's difficult. All right. Getting the inside of the gun, that is going to be a pain. At least on the underside. Ah, God. Get in the hole. Doesn't have to be a lot correct. It's just... if I can just get enough of it in there, I can fix it later. That's always a possibility. The weirdest session you've had? I have no idea what you're talking about. You're right, Stint. If I paint it red, it'll go faster. I should put a red stripe in the front because why not? See, that actually sounds fun. But I'm gonna have to tech marine and he'll be red. Will that make him go faster? And if I play the orcs, can I add an inch to his movement speed because of it? If yes, I'm okay with it. Wait, I just realized how to make this easier. Paint everything silver and then paint over the black. Why didn't I think of that? Well, technically I did, but I'm going to pretend I did earlier. As long as I leave the barrels alone, that should be fine, actually. Seriously, easy solution, just fix it later. It should be so much easier. So let's see. If by orc logic, red ones go faster, does that apply to the Blood Angels being slower than the White Scars? Or are the Blood Angels secretly faster than them? Because that would be fighting words, I've been told. Also, I've heard rumors that the next Primarch they're releasing is going to be Jagatai Khan for the White Scars. Which, that actually would be interesting because I haven't heard much about them or even having a set. So finally doing more with them would be kind of fun. I'd support it. That and just more Primarchs in general. Oh, Dantes, you made a D&D session last night. It was really weird. Dude, those are the best ones, aren't they? The weirder a session is, the more memorable it is. The more memorable, just the more fun. Okay, that's good. It's a base layer there, but I think that'll look pretty good. Now, let's see. I'm going to get over here quickly. I only put a small layer of paint down, so I'm going to just add a little more. I said a little more. Damn me. All right. Crap, I made a bubble. That actually happened on one of my previous models. A bubble formed in an eye hole for one of the skulls. So when it popped, the entire model was just unpainted back there. It was actually kind of cool looking, so I didn't mind, but unintentional. It's the unintended part that bugs me. Okay. And it's almost there. I'm only just throwing down a tiny layer of paint, honestly. Considering I usually go about this by just slathering it on, this is a big change. Adding a little layer back there. Not a lot, just a little. Just a little dab will do ya. All right, just get it back behind the little corner there. I can go over a lot of this later and touch it up, but it'll look good. Brandon, no, it's not a Bane Blade. It's a Repulsor. I just liked it because it flew and it carried Primaris, which is mostly what I got. You know, and having something that couldn't carry my units would not make for much of a good vehicle. Plus, this thing has all the guns. And it just, it flies, so that's kind of cool too. Kind of wish it looked more like a flying unit, but take what I can get. All right. Nearly got this little reliquary back here fixed up. Now, I'm not going as detailed on this as I could, mostly because I don't think I need to in a lot of cases, because some of these areas are just so dark you can't see it. Ooh, the Baneblade has more and bigger guns. Oh, Ludfang, that is just music to my ears. Ah, nice guy. Enough, Daka. That's funny. There's no such thing as enough. There's just fire and reload. I know that joke, and I actually do think it's pretty funny. I like doing it. Dante, I haven't, but I have played games with guys who have done that before. And a DM who's really okay with doing screwy-ass shit. Yeah, there was some weird shit. Hell, I was playing and I screwed up so bad I did it on purpose. I killed the final boss by accidentally opening a warp rift because I failed so hard. And for sheer stupid, we rolled a 100-sided dice. He had them. I got a 1. So the final boss was brought into where we were at near the beginning of the game. It devolved from there. Again, the DM writes just like his own little silly rule book sometimes, and yeah, he had fun that game. We died. Badly, but it was fun. I think the weirdest one, though, was the DM got so mad at us one time that he made exclusive use of drop bears everywhere. So many drop bears. He's like, guess what time it is? Don't say it. You know it's your favorite. Don't say it. Drop bear time. Everybody run. Boom. Yeah. I think that was kind of a punishment because he had an entire story laid out, and we ignored it. Completely ignored it. I swear at this point, I'm almost dry brushing this thing. Burn 4-leaf clovers? I don't burn 4-leaf clovers. I just watch them shrivel as I contain their essence. It's just enlightening. Yeah, seriously though, man. What do you mean 4-leaf clovers? What did I get so lucky on? Also, the DM wasn't doing it to be lucky. He was doing it because we were taking forever and he just wanted to move on. Australian Charge. I've heard of it, Crazy Snake. I haven't watched it yet. I'm pretty sure it is in the playlist I'm supposed to watch for suggested videos. The shorter TTS series stuff sometimes make it in there for like Carl the Deranged. His stuff has made it in there, along with Killing Experience and Tumblr. Late night Tumblr. I reacted to that with Pretty Guardian, and yeah, that was a thing. I can think of no better way to describe that. Wow. People did that. I have less faith in humanity now. Okay. I think a lot of the silvery bits are nearly done. Oh, and actually, Wyatt, I have started watching Kill la Kill a long time ago, and I rewatched a lot of it. I think I'm on like the last 4 episodes. I just haven't got around to sitting down and watching it. I will. I kind of want to. I'm enjoying the show. I love it. I guess I'm just kind of rationing it out so I don't watch it all right away. Plus, I usually watch anime whenever I'm working out. So, not as often as I would like. Yeah. I'm just trying something here, seeing if it would look cool. Just to make it a little silvery. I just like going over these bits. I know I don't have to for it to be a functional tank. I just think it's fun. A little too much ink on that one. Let's water it down some. That's a little better. Ah, that's better. Might waste a little, but I'll manage. Mm-hmm. Okay. Final Fantasy in a nutshell. Wallace, that sounds familiar, but I cannot place it. I want to. It's just, I can't think of whatever it is. That bugs me. Bugs me a lot, actually. It's not perfect there. I definitely overwent where I meant to paint, but, you know, Dante's package is the worst bit? Successful rolls right off the bat. Yeah, having to deal with getting further than you mean to right off the bat. I know how that works. It goes bad every time. It's fun up until everyone's screaming. Because the DM is annoyed. And an annoyed DM is truly the final boss. Especially when he's like, oh, congratulations, you just stumbled on a guy named Saitama. He's bald. He challenges you to a fight. Good luck. And that is why you don't piss off the DM. I might have taken a bit too much ink on this. Can't be helped. I mean, technically it could be helped, but I'm going to ignore that. Okay, I think I'm almost done with this. Just getting the sides without trying to get too much paint on. I'm getting... Nah, never mind. I thought I was getting better, and then I painted too much. There is going to be so much touch-up with this thing. It's not even going to be funny. Oh, I mean, I will find it funny because I have a deranged sense of humor, but we're going to ignore that. So I got a lot of shiny bits on here now. Oh, God. Wyatt, that sounds rough, man. I hope you got out of that all right. Commissar? Ludwig, he didn't write a novel of background. He just wanted us to get out of the starting area. We didn't. We just went on a diatribe of examining everything for 40 minutes. And then he was like, fuck it, boss is here. We're ending this now. Yeah. I think we won the award for the longest time we made the DM want to rip us apart without actually doing it. Oh, I mean, in game, yeah, it didn't last that long. But in life, in real life, he probably wanted to murder us. This might sound odd, but I think painting the tank is easier than some of the Death Guard units I've painted. Just because they're so tiny and minute on the details that you don't really have much wiggle room. With this one, as long as I just can rub my bristles somewhat close to the correct area, it paints accurately. And nothing that a wash wouldn't fix. Speaking of... I'm going to paint the lid silver. Why? Because I want to. And it'll make it stand out more. Alright, I think we're almost done with the front part. At least for this color. Ooh, there's side pieces too. I know, I'm easily distracted. I just putting all these little color details on. It's just amusing to me in a way I don't really expect. Also, Dino, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. And yet the flat areas, I don't mind just because I'm going to leave them all mostly blue. So I can take more time on these small little pieces. I am learning, though, that I despise having to hold it and just pray that I'm not sticking my finger in a wet section. It's like, oh, hey, I just screwed up the paintwork because I forgot where I painted. Yay! Yeah, that would be fun. It's a good thing that hasn't happened. Ignore all the spots on my hand. Also, for everyone watching, thanks. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe, too. I know, I remember to say it. I don't do that very often. No, seriously, I forget all the time to say that. I shouldn't. I did. Okay, and... all right, I think... Ooh, oh, I almost knocked that over. Ooh. And yeah, Ludwig, so many shinies. That's why I'm having fun with all the silver on this thing. I'm going way overboard, I know, but it's just fun. Also, I recently started watching an anime called Star Blazers. Apparently it's the new or new-ish Battleship Yamato from 2011. I never watched the first ones or Captain Harlock or any of those. Oddly enough, I saw Galaxy Railways. So a lot of this is all brand new to me, and I know some of these places and the ships are supposed to be really a thing, but I just watching the show for the first time, it's like, wow, this is a really fun show. A lot more empathetic and less monster of the week than Galaxy Railway was. I remember it being a good show, just not really my taste. Anime, yeah. Okay, anything on the back? None on the back side, the bottom side. The front side is mostly good. Ooh, crap. Stuck my finger in it again. Okay, it was dry enough. Oops. The Emperor or Goku? Well, right now the Emperor is kind of deadish undead, so I'm going Goku. At the height of their power? I don't know. Goku at the height of his power, but the Emperor at the height of his? I mean, the Emperor can make a play at being a god, and Goku can probably make the play at punching a god in the face. I think it would be mutually destruction for everyone around them. I think in terms of sheer BS, Goku. I would put him in a straight-up fight, but that's also because the Emperor always divides his attention between there and Terra. That damn little lighthouse. Yeah. What he could do unrefined, though, I think he'd have a lot more breadth to his abilities, where Goku would be strictly blowy uppy fun time. So that would probably be it. Plus, I think Goku might actually just be a better fighter because that's what he specializes in, where the Emperor can definitely do more with his power. So in that way, he's more powerful, but less martially minded than Goku alone. Also, just the Emperor would have to try a lot harder to blow up a planet. But that's just one of those little power scales kind of BS issues. Alright, Wallace, thanks for dropping around, man. And see you tonight. Or later, tomorrow, maybe. Whenever I stream Corpse Party. And yes, Pretty Guardian wants to do it. I don't get to escape. I have to do it, I know. I'll put up a picture of it on Discord. So if anyone wants to find out when I'm streaming Corpse Party, monsters, I'm sure Tilt will make it very obvious on Discord. It'll be in the announcement tab. And I will not escape. I was thinking about doing it tonight, then I got called to work. And that's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Goku fans unite. I think, oddly enough, the one that would give him the most pause would actually probably be someone like Roshi. Because the Emperor would look at him as like, yeah, normal human, non-Astartes, old, past his prime. And then, if they go super Roshi, I could honestly see Roshi taking out Astartes. Because they upped his power level a ton. But also because, you know, casually blowing up planets is bullshit. Oh, and why I do want to do Devil Artemis, but I'm going to make a full series of his stuff. Like, beginning to end, I'll watch a ton of his videos, all of his playlists, and just go to town on his. I really want to do Devil Artemis' stuff. But I'm going to stop just, like, picking the ones I like and just do them flat out. See how far that crazy train goes. All aboard. Choo-choo, motherfucker. Also, right now, I'm working on a battle report I did with Pretty Guardian. Oh, God, yeah. Yeah. She was humoring me by playing it. It was cute, though, because she got into it, and she was like, I'm getting that motherfucker! I'm getting that motherfucker! It's just like, it's like a swearing chihuahua. It's cute and tiny, and you never expect it to tell you where to go shove it. I find it adorable. Granted, I'm marrying that woman, so I pretty much should. She's cute when she swears bloody vengeance. right, I think this is nearly done, actually. I just want this connection point to be silver because, well, I feel like a connection point should. I was considering it for the guns, but they're more unintentional connection points. Yeah. Now here comes the hard part. Getting the sides. God. How come? Okay, so I've got a Rhino, a Stalker, a Predator. I think someone mentioned a Land Raider. I'm honestly surprised I haven't got like an Archwing in here, and I know that's a different franchise. Granted, at that point, I know they would be trolling. Also, it's been more than 10 minutes. I haven't made a reference to Cowboy Bebop and the opening song Tank. I feel a little bad about that. I guess it's just the Cowboy Blues. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. I even say the name and I'm already there. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, Dino. The Obi-Wan Sherlock Clouseau. I saw that this morning. And someone told me apparently he was a real... Like, Obi-Wan was a name used in one of the old 40K books. But I saw that this morning for 40K Theories and just... They were having fun with that. They were having a lot of fun. And, you know, they should. That was funny. Like, just the serious treatment they did of it, and... Like, it should not be serious. But they treated it serious, and it just made it funnier. There's only 3 things he likes, and only 2 of them the Emperor would provide. Alright. I got that looking nice and shiny. It's going to be funny because almost no one will ever see that because I'm not planning on gluing this piece on because it's just easier to transport without it. But, you know, that'd be fun. Okay. Not bad. Now we can move on to some of the other sections. Let's go with the black sections next. Unless... Want to put a little paint down here. Obi-Span Sherlock Clouseau 40K first manual. Yeah, back when it was Rogue Trader. That was... The more I hear about the Rogue Trader stuff, the crazier it gets. Oddly enough, Marnius Calgar, because apparently he was in first edition 40K, Rogue Trader, was actually in it, and he looked pretty good. Then there's the Tyranids. Glad they got an update. Let's just put it that way. Huh. Ben 10 from 2005. Why? I actually... started watching the show when it first came out because I was the target demographic. I was a little outside its age range, but I had just started watching. It's like, it wasn't as good as Justice League back then. It wasn't bad, but, you know, there was so many good cartoons. I mean, I would like to point out, this is still when Samurai Jack was on TV. And not the new stuff, like the original Samurai Jack. That's just, it is one hell of a thing. Yeah. Now, if anyone's wondering, I'm not going too heavy back here. If I had, I probably should have done this early on, so I'm just touching it up in the briefest sense possible, and maybe some of the bottom side, which honestly I might just pass on just because I don't really need to. And this is one of those things where I can always come back and add more. The ones that are important to get, though, are the ones right at the edge. Gen 6 Space Marines. Oh yeah, go. There's so many things. Kuro the Artist? Huh. I don't know Kuro the Artist. I'll have to check it out, though. Every time I hear Kuro, though, I keep thinking of Kuro from Fate's Day. Ilya. I know that's not what it's called, but I'm calling it anyways. Ah, here we go. This I do want to get. Ah, so much silver, not enough silver at a time. Yes, give me the silver. Yeah. Oh, Dante's, you're doing editing too? Yeah. I meant to get a nap after coming home from work, and I started editing instead. Torture. Also, seriously, man. Whenever you do the videos, just send me a link on my Discord, please. I want to see your shit. All right. I'm not touching one wide. I am not touching that one. Oh, and yeah, Stin, I will be doing the podcasts because they're in the playlist and they look like fun. In fact, I recorded everything up until the podcasts, so they will be the next ones I record. It's going to be a hell of a time recording them because, well, time. But hey, live and learn. Not really sure what I'm living and learning, but hey, I'll figure it out. There's just so many spaces to get. If I had painted these separately, it might actually have been easier, but, well, too late for that. Again, I don't need to do too much because these will be in such heavy shadow most of the time that it would be nearly impossible to see them. But even just a small bit makes it look a lot better in my opinion. Oh yeah, that definitely needs a little more. Hmm. 40K fandom? Oh, so a crossover between Ben 10 and Danny Phantom? Ooh. And it makes Ben an actual character. Wyatt, that actually sounds really cool. I might check that out. That's one of those universes where I think they could have done so much more than they did, but they had to work within the regulations of a TV show. And unlike some series that decide to push it and then get canceled, they did fine. They just, they worked within the regulations. And the show just didn't go as well because of that. But that's my opinion. I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the show's fine. It just never really got it for me. I accidentally took off some of the paint I wanted to add. It's good enough. No, actually, it's shit, but I'm going to ignore that. Sorry? Dan, I'm not sure what you're talking about. Justice League and Samurai Jack, that would be awesome. Yeah, the story I'm reading right now, though, is What is Time? It's actually a fan fiction story on space battles, and it's a crossover between Worm and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, where the main character is basically Dio. But the funny part is they're not going with Dio's personality, just the power, but all the tropes of what happened in the story are all different things that happen in JoJo, just made to work organically in the setting. It's just... The sheer creativity and chutzpah to do it is funny to watch. The fact that the writer pulls it off is even better. All right, I think I got most of the silver work done. That side's good. Oh, it's 8:27. Oh, wow, it's almost 10 o'clock. It's not just late where you're at. It's almost 10. It's almost 10 where I'm at. And Ludfang, it's 3 a.m. where you at? Dude, thank you for watching. But go to bed, man. I'm fine with that. Just go to bed. Thank you for dropping it, but go to bed. I don't mind. Oh, jeez. Thank you for sticking up, but sleep, sleep, sleep. Seriously, man, sleep. Tomorrow's a weekday. Not sure if that means anything, because I don't know what your schedule is, and that'd be creepy if I did. But, yeah, sleep is always good. Lack of sleep, not good. Sleep is your friend. And now I'm fantasizing about going to bed. Well, there's weirder things to fantasize about. Going to work. That would be weird. If that happens, seek medical attention immediately. If it lasts longer than 4 hours, you dead. A little less watered down. I am going to be doing so many touch-up layers on this. It's not even funny. Worth it. That looks good enough. No, those are more clasps. In fact, I'm just going to paint all of this little skull the right color. Space sharks? Chris, I don't know what space sharks are, but that sounds awesome in many ways. I kind of want to find out about it now. Okay. I think that should be most of that. Okay. Now we can close this up. And Let's see what I can pull up next. I think it looks pretty good so far. It is getting late, though. I might have to stop and pick it up again tomorrow. Guinness, gotta love it. I know, you shouldn't drink it out of a can, but I don't have a Guinness glass. I should buy one. I'm just too cheap. Yeah. The reason I have money for models is because I'm too cheap literally everywhere else. Britt, you've had multiple things called space sharks today? Now that's actually just on a video called Potential History. Oh, shark teeth. Oh, the Cacarodons. Yeah, Chris, I actually do know about them. They're like super violent and kind of like freaky, aren't they? Which, honestly, as far as I'm concerned, is cool. But just what you have to do to freak out a space marine. Oy. Honestly, I'm a little biased for the Smurfs, but that's because I actually like all the jokes about them. Thunderhawk, that's what I need, Dino. Oh, God. I've seen people selling them online, painted and unpainted. And it's just like, I want that. Oh, man. And your Chris personality. Editing time. Oh, God, editing time. I don't want to think about editing time. It's a terrifying concept. Seriously, though, I know what editing time is like. Just go do it, man. Just get it done, get it out of the way, and then go be unconscious. It usually helps. I think I could put more in, but at the same time, 40k Angry Birds. Oh, God. I'm not touching up these too much because I'll know use the black next. Actually, let's do that. Let's use the black. Abaddon Black. Ooh, gotta get a workout there. Yeah. Oop. Stay up. Stay up. Damn you, stay up. Ah, drop my brush. You didn't see that. You saw nothing. Now we got the first two tones down. I can start adding the second and third. I'll get the weapons separately because I actually just slot them in there because I can change them out easier. Slot. The word is slot them in there. And the lid fell on the paint. Son of a rhino. Nope. Stay up. Damn you. Just get it up already. Alright, he's up. Alright. Strangely topical. Oh, God. 10:30 a.m. is a bad time to sleep. Dante, actually, I take naps at that time all the time. But I work later, so I wake up much earlier, and that's just my weird-ass schedule. To each their own, though. The brush seems a little lighter. It was scraping more. That's odd. I wonder if it's because this piece is hollow. Okay. I don't know why I'm trying to focus so hard on the barrels to the gun, but I am. I wonder how many times people are going to think this is a rhino. Everyone knows I'm obviously doing a predator. Oh, I forgot the bottom side. Oh, I actually feel bad about that. It's going to be a little hard to paint this one. Oh, no, actually, never mind. It's actually really easy. There's still enough visibility that I can actually tell where I've been. The hardest part for me is always getting sections that are just a little outside of my line of view. The bird. Emperor Bird. Behold, I am the Mega Ultra Chicken. Why? I want that to be a thing. If Bruva Alpha Busa could do a children's card game, Little Karibo can do 40k Yu-Gi-Oh! I do not see a problem with this. Granted, if 40k is done by Yu-Gi-Oh! A bridge, they would somehow get claimed by Toei because, why not? They claim everything. Okay. The barrel's done. I probably should... Oh, no, wait. Ah. I forgot this section here. There's really no good line on it. Dante, you must love your job. That is lucky of you. Nice. I actually don't mind my job, but lately just politics at work. Nope. I'm okay with not. Okay, good enough for now. I'll come back and touch that up in the next round. I wonder if I should put a black bit in. Nah, the wash will cover that. It'll sink into the cracks much easier, so I don't need to worry too much. Hashtag screw Toei. Oh God, Wyatt, that is accurate. They bring it on themselves. And yes, I realize I should have just slopped all the paint on here to start with. Oh well, doing it the hard way. Relying on the wash to cover up my screw-ups. Or I could just repaint it. Might actually be easier that way. Let's see how much I could do. Okay, so I'm getting some of it, and some of it I'm not. Huh. Yeah. Hey, oh, Mercado, thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy this. I'm trying to paint within the line here, but I might end up giving up and just painting over everything. Like that piece right there. Well, shucks. You know what they say, when in doubt, blow it up. Oh, God. Alright, I think I'm making progress on this. Not as fast as I could, but I'm not going to complain. I mean, I could, but that would be evil. And remember, #1 rule of Don't Be Evil School, don't be evil. Oh, Mercado. Jorge, thank you very much. The other wedding. Yeah, it's going to be a real thing. I'm sorry. I geek out every time I think of it still. So it's pretty Guardian, actually. You can expect the next few videos to come out with us that you can always tell if we recorded it before or after. After will be more geeky than usual about that specific topic. I mean, I'm going to geek out too, so I can't say anything, but yeah, it'll happen. Oh, God. Stores with pop culture merchandise. Yeah, Dante, that is... Ugh. I know. 1 Space Marine versus 6 ODSCs. And 1... whatever it was, I can't read the rest. I think the ODSCs would get their ass kicked, yeah. In the same way a Spartan can probably take them. A Spartan, depending on which one, could probably take a Space Marine. It really depends on which one. Master Chief, because his luck, even in the novels, was mentioned to be something almost beyond understanding. Like, he would easily fit in 40k with that. But, yeah. Certain Spartans, I think, would be on par with a Space Marine. Just on sheer badassery. In technical terms, I don't know. It's hard to tell, mostly because Space Marines are not actually... Keep in mind, they're post-apocalyptic. They're in really the equivalent of the Vault armor and such. It's good, but it's not scientific. It just looks scientific by our age, but for human standards by that 40k, it is really, really weak because it used to be so much more. The same is true for the Eldar and the Orcs. The only thing in 40k that's not a former shell of itself is the Tau, and they're just the Tau. I rest my case with that. Some pieces look better than others here. I'm going to just slop down a little more black on everything to try and let a repainting come over and fix that up a bit. Oh God, magic cards. An electronic Iron Man helmet with removable faceplate? Dante, that sounds amazing. That actually legitimately sounds amazing. I'm not going to lie. I'm actually jealous thinking of it. I don't even know who owns it, who has it, but that legitimately sounds amazing. Hey, Tyler. Welcome back, man. Thanks for dropping in again. Okay, I think I'll leave most of this black, actually. Let's see. Do I want to touch up the doors? I'm considering it, but I'm also not sure. Nah, I think I'll leave them just because I'd have trouble holding it otherwise. Nah, Dante, you don't have to. Thank you for the offer, but you don't have to send me anything. Thanks all the same, though. I kind of feel really guilty when people send me things. I'm like, it's really cool, but they shouldn't have to. Oh, man. It is really cool, though. That would be awesome. The Iron Man thing. Just, I would go around be going like, I am Iron Man. And I just start playing the music. And I would not even care. It would be awesome. Screw the rules. I have Iron Man helmet. Is that how it's meant to go? No. Is it how I'm going to make it go? Yeah. Do, 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 do. And now the video has been copyright claimed. Thank you, everyone. Thank you very much. I think I'm making good progress here tonight. I might not finish it this one, but I'm going to get the lion's share of it done. Maybe start again tomorrow morning, finish it up. Maybe, maybe not. I'm not actually sure. I'm gonna have to tighten up the tip on this if I want to get this bit of detail work in. And getting close. I don't want to overpaint this section, but I also don't want to underpaint it. Just because I think that looks cool as a black afterburner. Yeah. God. Dante, that is a very expensive helmet, but probably worth it if it's electronic. And probably worth every penny. Now there's a bit of dust that fell on this. Very annoying. Go away, dust. No one likes you. Almost got this section done. I'm not going to go big on this section. I just want to get that black layer in, mostly because I think it looks cool. I know, my reasoning is stupid, but it's me. What do you expect? A well thought out plan? Ah! Okay. Just make sure I still have enough liquid black down there. Very annoying if I just have a dry brush and it fails because of that. Need to make that a little darker. It's a little too thin for my taste. Alright, Dante, thank you for dropping by, man. See you next time. Not sure what my next stream will be, but probably soon if I want to get this done. Huh, weird. The black is not sticking well on this. I wonder why. Is it just not thick enough, or did I not add enough layer of paint? Ew, too much black. I overshot where I meant to, and I painted over something I added detail already. Yeah, you can kind of see it like right there. That's annoying. It's not the worst possible outcome, but I'm annoyed that it happened. Just gonna file that under raindrops. Not sure why, but I guess they keep falling on my head. Come on, it's been 5 minutes. I haven't made a shout out to some random pop culture thing. And even though that would not be cultural or pop, I'm gonna pretend it is. It's my stream. I'm allowed to make all the bad decisions I want. Okay, that looks actually kind of silly. Maybe I didn't do it right. On the other hand, I don't care, so it looks good enough. Counterpoint. I can make it all black. And the silver piece will stand out a lot nicer when I put it in there. Yeah. I wonder if I should do these areas as well in black. Nah, they'd be a lot harder to get down. This one just happens to work because there's natural cutoff points, so it's easier. Unless I painted all of it, because there's that line right there. Actually, let's try that. I'm doing something stupid right now. Alright. Something very stupid. It's terrible on the color scheme. But I think I'll enjoy it, and frankly, I make a lot of decisions based on that alone. Right. I'm adding a very big black afterburner to make it go fast. Why not? Actually, if that was the case, I should have made it red. Dang it! Well, it's too late now. Well, technically it's not. I can always paint over it, but I don't want to. All right, I think that looks pretty cool, actually. Definitely adds a little visual distinction to it. And it has a nice natural cutoff point, too. Just add a little to the siding. Oh god, no, Jorge, one? Yeah, 2% battery life? Nah, seriously, man, head out, charge that phone up. It's one of those things you always want to at least have something there for emergencies, but thank you, man. Thank you very much. It's been a very good stream, and honestly, I just enjoyed doing this. And for the guys who, and well, I guess girls too, it's hard to tell over the internet. For everyone who drops in, thank you. I'm not any of the stream or anything, just it's, God, I'm all blubbery now. I blame you, Jorge, but thank you very much. Just gotta get it in the hole. See, I think I'm safe now to say stupid shit because the people who would go on my Discord and quote me have left. So it should be relatively safe. right. It's not perfect. I'll need to touch it up a little, but overall, I like how this looks. It turned out well. Better than I was expecting, for sure. There's a few areas that aren't really quite what I want. But again, I think mostly the Nolan Oil wash will fix that. And Tyler, I don't have Yu-Gi-Oh cards. Well, technically I have like 5 because I like the picture, but I mostly collect Magic. So that's been my big thing. I have a lot of Magic cards. I've reached the point where I'm never going to rebuy it if I ever lose them. Surprise Warrior. Oh, God, Mitchell. If he got in here now, it would be like 4 in the morning for him. Because like when I started at 6, he said it was 1 in the morning. So at 10 o'clock, it will actually be 4 in the morning for him. Or 5. Actually, yeah, he might actually be here. I might have actually done an entire stream while he's asleep. If he drops in, I will have to be a dick and just end the stream right then and there. But I'll have to do something really dickish. Like, right as he drops in, I'll be like, oh, hey, Horrier, sorry you missed the Horrier surprise I was talking about. And since you weren't here, I can't give it to you. I'm going to have to do that. Just to screw with one of my mods. I mean, it's evil and mean and vicious and horrible. And I like it the more I say it. All right, now let's get over here. I think what I'll do is I'll finish up this section tonight, which is going pretty well. And then I'll get the actual turret and all the bristly things on there on another day. But right now, this is just, it's going better than I expected, honestly. Not even going to bother with this one. Just going to slop in the black. I should have done that to start. Ah, well. I was overeager. I thought I can get all the stuff in. Can't be helped. Well, I mean, it could if I had done it right, but I'm going to ignore that. Oh, God. Ultramarine Chapter Master. Dino, I did actually see greatest of them all. That is... It was in the playlist. I think the funniest part was just getting to see Kata Zacharias without his silly helmet on. Yeah, these would have been a lot easier if I had just painted them first. Well, live and learn. And add paint. The fun part, though, is I can always retouch the silver sections, so I don't need to really... What? Oh, God. Actually, Wyatt, I save my streams, so you could actually just take the... Well, if you take the link to the stream right now, it will still be active later as the final stream, as the saved video. So you can just send that to them as it is. Yeah, I don't unlist my streams. I leave them up after I'm done because, you know, why not? Every now and again, like 1 or 2 people watch them when I'm done. And it's like really cool to see that. It's like, oh wow, people are still watching that? And then someone will comment like, oh my God, they liked it. They really liked it. They love me. They really love me. I actually know the history behind that quote. She never actually said that at the Oscars. But it was like, you really love me and you really like me. Because she had been nominated and never got it for so many times. I cannot remember who it is, though. But the newspapers ran with it, and that's what they said in a tribute to her, but she never actually said it. Didn't bother her because it was a silly quote, though. Hey, Noah, what's up, man? Thanks for dropping in. I'm just finishing up this first half of the painting project. It's a lot of little bits and pieces, but the guns will be the big standouts. Also, I did the layering badly, so that's a thing. Some of these pieces I don't have to worry about because just the basic of it will be fine. And again, Nolan Wash does wonders. Yeah, I'm just slopping it on at this point. It actually doesn't look bad that way. But, you know, black makes everything look really good. Oh, God. Oh, God, Kirito. You binge watched the videos and you saw it? Thank you, man. I'm glad you liked them. Or I should apologize that you had to subject yourself to that. Take your pick. But yeah, I will fully admit, I don't like the audio quality of the engagement video, but I recorded that one more for me than anything else. And half of those views are easily me rewatching it. And another half might be Pretty Guardian, because I know she's done it and her family has done it. And my mom, dear God, if I had kept the video running 5 seconds longer, you would have seen both of us get a call somehow on our phones. And my mom would be like, it took a while to figure out what she was saying. And then we realized, no, we have no idea what she's saying. I think it was calling to congratulate me, or that my cat had died, which would be weird because I don't think I have a cat. Take it however you wish. Oh, God, it's 9 p.m. Yeah, for me, it just hit 10. Do you know, as soon as I finish this stream or get satisfied enough to move on, I'm just going straight to bed. Bed. I actually got up really early this morning to go to work because I had to work a morning shift. Yeah, mandatory overtime. Yay! We are so short-staffed at work right now. It's not even funny. For reasons that I actually can't comment on. Yeah, they involve people fucking up, though. The fuck up was strong with a lot of people. So much the fuck up. Ooh, I forgot to get the back of this. And yeah, I am mostly just painting over this in hindsight. I'll retouch it up later. I got a little overeager. Tyler, I'm kind of always on Discord. Like, I'll just drop in, maybe leave a comment and get back off, but I always have it up on my phone. Hell, it's going right now. I'm just not checking it because, you know, I'm here. God, my nose is bugging me. Kirito, that is a very good point. No one has a cat. The cat chooses to put up with you. That is actually a completely accurate description because scientists have proven they're still wild. Like, they act domesticated, but for a great extent, a cat, if you let it outside, no matter how tame or housebroken it is, it will still survive. A cat can revert to sheer-on wild almost immediately. They can be really nice. They can be really comfortable and with you and really cute, but they're a wild animal at heart. Unlike dogs. Dogs are domesticated to hell and back. But they're cute and awesome, and they have proven that the feelings you feel for your dog of love are actually love. It's not just, you know, pet love. It's love is love. Not like sexual, though. That would be weird. There's a word for that. I'm not going to mention it because no. What do they think this is? Tumblr? Oh, no, wait. Tumblr's not like that anymore. It's now boring. Yeah. I'll probably touch this up later. Just because I want to go to bed. To sleep, perchance to not be awake. Oop, I keep hitting my mic. Jeez. But yeah, I will be heading to bed soon. Honestly, yeah, Tyler, go for it. You'll also get a hard hat sent to you on Discord. Ugh. So the brain takes 7 days to adjust to new stimuli. Kirito, that's actually really cool. I'd look into that just because I like those kind of details. They're fun to me. I'm a geek, though, so what do you expect? Actually, I have no idea what you would expect. That would be weird. Huh. Let's see. That's not great, honestly, but I can fix that later. This is good enough. The base is, I could do a lot more there, honestly, but I just don't want to. I'll get this right now, though. It's a little too light. Here we go. Put a little too much on top of the silver. That's not a problem. Oh, yeah, Tyler, there's a 10-minute timer on Discord because we had a lot of issues with bots. The timer, oddly enough, gets rid of them because they just stop posting after a few minutes. But if they're not allowed, yeah, you're just not allowed. So wait 10 minutes, then you'll be good to go. I know I say on YouTube, enter at your own risk. I mean that completely seriously. Take all the time to run away screaming if you need it. I have seen the people in my Discord. They're terrifying. For example, I'm there. What more terrifying horror could you imagine? What fiendish monstrosity would dare grace themselves in my presence? Okay. I think this is coming along. I'll put some black in these 3 little spots in the slot front. Add the colors to that. And do I want to add more coloration to these lines? I might go back and add some different colors to it. That'd be fun. Let's see how it looks when I'm done. I just add a nice black background to everything in there. Just slop it in there nice and thick like Mom's home cooking. Mom, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I have to say that because she does every now and again creep on my channel. And I'm like, oh, I need to stop swearing now. There was one time where I was swearing a ton and she actually got in. Oh, God, Dante. Oh, I'm not touching that one. Oh, you're walking there now. I will need so much blue touch-up work when I'm done, but there's worse outcomes. Touching up pink, though, that Emperor's Children pink, it's always one of those odd colors where it needs to shine just right. So if it's too muted, it just does not work on a functional level. But you can only do so much to it before you have to just start again and relayer it and just... Oh, crap. I stuck my finger in something wet. Not too wet, but worryingly wet. Yeah, Kirito, I have no idea how she does it, but I'm glad she does because she's awesome. I love my fiancée. She's cute and awesome and puts up with me. Slightly drunk? Nothing to worry about. And I'm out of Guinness. Time to go to water. I really should have brought a bigger cup of water. Also, cue ball. What's up, man? Haven't seen you in a long time. Unless you're a different cue ball. Imposter! Yeah, I'm just having a fun late night stream at this point. No real point, rhyme, or reason to it. Just having fun. You know what? I'm going to leave it like that. It's the last cannon. Black muffler, silver gun. I'm okay with that. I would like to drop some black in it, but I think I can leave that to the wash instead. Let's see. I don't really know what I want to hit up over here. I kind of like what it looks like. No, wait. Yeah, I'm adding a black stripe. Ah! Fear me. I have a striped repulsor. It's repulsive. Oh, God. Ooh, Apocalypse mod for Dawn of War. Everything in it? Oh, Stin. I kind of want to get the game just for that alone. All right. Again, touch-up work needed, but not bad. It's just these little details, like the little stripes of color, just work out well. Let's add a little darkness here, so when I add that in, it'll stand out. When I start adding the red in, that will make this stand out a ton. So I need to just darken it around it a little right now. I can go over the details in a bit. Okay. I think we're making pretty good progress. This thing might be done for the night soon. Just get the reds, some of the gold. Oh, the gold! That's what I need to do. I think I can put away the black. Ooh. Ah, the back just cracked. Oh, that is a... Ah. I was sitting in opposition holding the tank that I didn't notice. It was starting to numb on one side. Oh, that was unpleasant. And we've reached the point where there's enough residual at the back of the paint can that I need to scrape it off. My favorite. Neon pink, love knows no gender. Oh, God. OC armies. That Kirito sounds awesome. Master craftsmanship in painting. Yeah, master craftsman. I'm a good. I don't know why I enjoy doing that voice or that face. I do it very well, though. There's a joke in there somewhere. All right, let's get the rear guard covered. Just gotta get it off so this thing can close. A knife would be very nice right now. Ooh, that works. That works. Just get the tab. Yeah. There we go. It's not perfectly fit, but it's tight enough that I'm not worried about spilling. Sometimes it just accumulates and I get all this gunk. It's just paint. Too bad I'm not in Australia? Huh? Common cold or my voice, Tyler? Definitely my voice. Because I keep hearing it. It's like I keep expelling air through my mouth, and it's like, what is that beautiful melodic voice that makes me want to do anything else? And then anything. Oh, God, there's black shit all over my hand. Ew. Oh, no, I got Ebolas on my hand. Uganda Knuckles, save me. I thought it was funny, though. They have a picture of a school in Uganda, and someone drew Ugandan Knuckles all across the wall with, like, a soccer ball. It's like, it looks really cool, but it's so stupid, you know? Someone had a lot of free time, and they had fun with it. All right. Let's see. Gold. That's redistributor. Balthazar gold. Honestly, it's not really a gold. It's more of a bronze. I do love this thing, though. It just looks like a good, solid bronze. I think I might actually just put a bronze strip right at the front. Because that seems like it would be fun. Would it be? Oh, I have no idea. We'll find out. But I might do it just for the sheer hell of it. Or the sheer halibut. Ah! I regret nothing. I put a little too much water on this, but it actually works well. Because I just wanted to coat it a little and have it seep into the cracks. Plus, Nolan oil, whenever I wash it, it will change a lot of this. Leave those that color, then I'll add. Oops. I put an extra spot of paint on there I didn't mean. That is annoying. It's not a worst outcome by any measure, but it's an annoying one. Not a hard fix, just annoying that I have to. And now for the Aquila. Birdie! Yeah, see? Nice, shiny, bronzy. I like it. Hard part's always getting the back side of it. All right. Now, I was using a very thinned out paint, so it's kind of splotchy on the top. But, you know, that's what multiple layers are for. Oh, God. I'm not reading that comment. I'm going to go too much on the bronze here. except right in the front. Okay. Oh, God. Planning second marriage. Kirito, yeah, still, I'm actually have only dated one woman for 7 years, so hopefully 5,000 isn't too optimistic to get. But again, it's more, I would kind of like to contribute something to it. Both my family and hers have said they'd help out, though. I just don't want to rely on them if I can help it. It seems unfair. Star Child to Smock Pack. Honestly, though, I do have a... I can't say how he would get them all together in the same room. Although it looks like TTS is doing that. But I do have a theory about the Star Child. I don't think it's the Emperor. I do think, though, we know who it is. I think it might actually be Horus. Yeah, I know. That's why it's one of those things where it's like, nah, that wouldn't be it. Well, when you think about it, what is the one thing the Emperor could do to Chaos that they would never accept? But to turn someone they already claimed back. The current lore shows that Horus, at the very end, realized what he did and asked for forgiveness, and the Emperor shredded him apart, destroying his soul. But that's the thing. They're heavily hinting that there's something coming. Can't say for sure because it's only hints in the books, but yeah. I'm honestly not going to be surprised if the foreshadowing is leading to the Star Child being revealed back in the new lore as Horus's shards of the soul. And then Abaddon having the sword, the shard of his soul that was corrupted by chaos, maybe. I don't know. Maybe someone else. I don't know. I usually like this paint, but it's just... Let's go thinner layers. Again, I'm just putting a giant slash in the front of my because I can. Kitten is the Star Child. Sane is relative. I honestly believe Sane is relative for Kitten. Also, Tau. Your reference is invalid for Kitten being sane. I just got to the Fiery Family reunion. Oh, man. Also, the thing about the Sensei is they're supposed to be like the shards of the Emperor coming to form the Star Child and all that stuff. But because they're horrible mutants, it makes a lot more sense to hunt them down if they're actually shards of Horus. Because who in their right mind, and honestly making a completely rash, and, well, not even rash, but a sane decision, would ever risk him coming back? I mean, sure, the ultimate irony would be if it turned out that that was the right thing in the Emperor's will, but... meh. It's just one of those things that, if it turned out that way, I would laugh my ass off. Because it would probably mean there's going to be a redeemed Horus. Just fighting against all the brothers he led into betrayal. Because they're still alive. I think I wet it down just a little too much. Honestly, Kirito, I don't mind Tao. I just like all the jokes about them because of Kitten. I'm easily amused that way. Personally, the battle suits look kind of amazing. I'm going to not be a lie about that. I would collect Tau simply for the battle suits. Play them? Oh, I have no idea. But I would definitely be more than willing to collect them and paint them and build them for that alone. I'm going to have to do a few of this one. The golden colors are always a little more patchy, I think. In small amounts, they look great because they spread out well. But in a larger section, I can see how there would be issues with it. And yeah, Tyler, I actually played the violin for years. I'm decent. I mean, I basically made sure I could play the Star Wars theme, and then I really stopped caring after that. I still have it somewhere at my dad's house. But they moved, so I have no idea where he put it. Don't think he would ever throw out an instrument, though. My problem was my bow kept fraying. Every damn time. Made it very hard to use it. I'm really going to town on this section right here. I just really love this color on the armor. Honestly, the Dark Elder, yeah, they're truly evil. Although I would say that the Chaos Gods could as well. You can always make the argument that they're forces of nature and they have no option, but they're... I think it because they explicitly cause suffering and they know they cause suffering, with maybe the exception of Nurgle, they're pretty damn evil. Nurgle's weird, though, because I actually think he might be trying to be benevolent. He just is really not right in his godly head. That said, I do personally prefer Korn. He's just the most straightforward. Oh, yeah, sure, he'll murder you to your face in extreme violence. But that's usually where it ends with him. Everyone else does something that usually is worse than death, probably. Hell, I've even heard in Age of Sigmar, there's people who are Khorne worshippers that are completely sane. I mean, sure, there's a ton of violence and bloodshed, but outside of that, they're basically barbarians, but they're saner than any other Chaos worshipper. I wouldn't be surprised, though, if they're actually going to make it so that Khorne changes from a Chaos God to a flat, out-and-out God. Maybe taking more of the influence of Cain rather than, you know, the more chaotic blood for the blood god aspects. More honor for the blood and honor. Just absorb more of that aspect. I wouldn't be surprised. But just my opinion. Heading out Dante's? Alright, see you later, man. Thanks for dropping by. Alright, I think that stripe is looking good. Exterminatus is always an option. Oh, God, yeah. I'm just working on the second layer right now. Just making sure there's a nice even coating. I don't need to add too much. Just cover over the spots that I can see as being less covered. Do I need to do it this way? No, but yeah. Science for the science god. Honestly, I would not be surprised if that's what the Emperor wanted at first, but realized it was more likely just to go full-on lack of religion. And that, of course, backfired because he's in a world that explicitly is not deterministic. It is explicitly religious. I mean, it worked up until the thing started laughing at him in the dark. I mean, sure. It's a weird universe where if they don't believe long enough, they would end up undoing gods, but they had actions too. Yeah. All right, I think we're nearing the end. I think. Yeah, I just really want something that would make this thing stand out in a good gold stripe. Kind of like how I put gold stripes on a lot of the armors. Yeah. Paint for the Airier stream paints. Tyler, that actually amuses me a ton. I can do better with those little input sections. Next will be red. And is there anything else I really want to touch up? Actually, yeah, let me just touch those up gold right now. That looks pretty good. I like how it has the little gold standard there. Silver and gold, guys. Silver and gold. I go into the Rudolph song for the hell of it in the meme, but I kind of forgot. Yeah. Honestly, Kirito, if they had just killed Erebus, like maybe accidentally hit him with a knife in the back of the head, everything would have been better. Including Lorgar. Even he would have been better off. Or if, the biggie thought that his sons, needed medical or psychological attention instead of what they're probably heavily implying was just a disposable force, kind of like the Thunder Warriors. Yeah, now I'm doing the tiny detail work of the little skulls. I always like putting them in alternating colors. Normally I would go for more of a actual skull bone color, but since this is a tank, it doesn't seem right for me. Probably nothing wrong with it. I want him to be more just metallic shades. Except back there. Back there is an actual reliquary and a real actual skull. So I'll actually make that one bone colored. But for the more decorative ones, yeah, no, I'm going to go full on bronze gold. All right. It's not perfect, but I like how it looks. First up, though, just fixing up that damn Aquila. I put a little too much water in the brush, so it didn't quite look how I wanted. Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Tyler, I would love to, but I have so many games I gotta catch up on. I can't in good conscience buy another. I would love to play, though, because I played a bunch of the different Assassin's Creed games. I always loved the story. The gameplay I was always hit and miss on, but the story itself actually really was fun. All right. Again, I'm going to do a lot of touch-up work with this later. And yeah, Comrade, I got off work, so I was streaming late in. Oh, God, it's almost 10:30. Nope, past that. It's getting closer to 11. I did not realize how late it was. Damn. Okay, I might need to start calling it a night. Just going to get a few of these Aquilas over here. Almost done. There's such small little details that they're not hard to get, but since I have this color out, I want to get them now. It's barely painting at this point. It's just touching with just a light amount of pressure. Just enough to transfer it, but not so much to glob it on. Huh, that looks pretty good, actually. And the other side. Just the one Aquila. I think we're doing good. Wait. Stin, the Walmart where you live changed every movie's cover with Deadpool? That is so cool. I'm just... Oh my god, that is amazing. I wish I had seen that. I wish I had seen that. Oh, I forgot to paint these. Oh, well, I'll paint them now. I wasn't actually going to paint these gold, but I wanted them black. But I forgot to. Also, you're one of the guys who thinks the Blood Ravens used to be 1,000 Suns. Honestly, yeah, sure, why not? Although, the lack of rampant mutation is a thing. But the higher Psyker count isn't. Personally, I'm always wondering what the clone of Fulgrim is going to do. Because right now, he's with the probably most benevolent of the... not Tomb Kings, that's a different thing. Of the Necrons. Trazen. Who's, honestly, the more I learn about the guy, the more I think he's actually really cool. But I'm curious what his part will be. He seems like the character who's well-informed and has a goal, even if it's a simple one, of just existing, because he's a collector. Something I can actually understand pretty well. Just, you know, he actually has a good collection. I have a building one. Yeah, let's go with that. That sounds a lot less depressing than too poor. But poor. I guess I don't need food this month. I've met people like that. I'm not that bad. All right. Oh, you can send a pic? Stin, please, please send me the pic on Discord. Oh, that'll be awesome. I really want to see that. Everything and just replaced with Deadpool. It's such a silly, stupid joke, but it's just good. Oh, man. I would laugh my ass off if I walked into a store and that happened. All right, this is actually coming along really well. I'm mixing the paint just a little because I want to add a little definition to the turret cover, just where they get in and out. But other than that, I think this should be near done. Not perfect, but that'll do. I'll wait for it to dry before I add another layer. I'm tempted to paint these little squares over here. Maybe in another additional coating, but I think it looks pretty good, actually. It's coming along really well. It's mostly little simple details, and I can really take this further with like all these little squares just begging to get painted. I could do so much with them. There's so many little things, and again, I still need to touch it up, but you could really go to town on this because there's so many different little points you could do little touch-ups on. I'm actually very tempted to do this one right now, so I will. I'm just adding a little connection point right there. It looks like something that would be fun to paint. So I did, and it actually looks really good, I think. Again, I've looked at the Canon picture. This ain't it, but I just love mixing these colors. Technically, I know I'm supposed to be making the Primaris chapter strict ultramarines, and that's what I want to do, but I just enjoy going off the log so much. Pepe laugh? I actually don't know what Pepe laugh is. But Harley Crowley, thank you for jumping in. And yeah, the TTS reactions are such fun to record. Bruva Alpha Boosta did such a good job, and I'm not kicking myself for always getting his name wrong. Not that I'm annoyed with myself for having always done that or anything, or just, yeah. It's such an easy name to remember. And I always get it wrong. Okay, got that connection point. Got that one. I don't want to paint that because then I would... Nah, it would spill over way too easily. I can get this little square, though. I said square. I meant triangle. All right. It's such a silly little thing. I barely had enough paint on there to count. I have to add more now, but just... I get such a kick out of all these little nooks of crannies and colors. Color pockets, I guess. They're just fun to add. It just gives it so much more personality. If I match them up, I won't... I'll have to keep going. But I want to keep adding more personality with the colors. Should I? Just a few. Okay, that square's done. That square's done. I know, I'm being a little just silly at this point, but... Tyler? It was on for a second. Try refreshing the page. Sometimes it does that. Let's see. What else? I want to add so many details, but I know I need to start moving on to the next section. But I want to keep going because I'm having fun. And I just convinced myself to do more. And I'm just going to touch these up so they have the right color. Touch up the Aquila. I'm not doing a lot of layers, just a little to differentiate it. That'll be fine. I can silver those over in red dots. Okay. I think I should move on now to the next part. I was touching up that little triangle right there. Because it just looked like it was drying unevenly. So I pulled a little of the wet stuff to the corner. I know, it's silly. Alright. Now let's see about the next one. Oh, man. Mostly ASMR. Steelers, if this is an ASMR stream, it's completely unintentional, I swear. I'm just having fun, and sometimes I just kind of talk in a nice, soothing voice because these dulcet tones are made for talking, because really, what else is voice for? I am easily amused. Am I missing one? No, it's over here. See, I'm going to need black, but red. This one I'm going to get a smaller brush for because it's very fine detail work. Tyler, that's not all my streams. I don't say I'm nearly done, but I want to keep going and then go for another 20 minutes, for another hour. That's... Okay, that actually is a good definition of my streams. Me saying I'm almost done, but I just want to get this one last thing. And then that one last thing is two last things, and that two last thing is three last things. And an hour later, it's like, oh, I'm late for work. Crap. That has happened so many times, actually. Bit of a pop on that one. Now, this was a very fine brush I had, but... Well, see, there, that's better. You can see it there. It's starting to fray just a little bit. It's not bad or anything, just it's less precise than it used to be. In it for the memes. Oh, God. I am a meme. Just a little drop there. Ooh, this is thicker than the previous one. I'm dropping too much red in. Looks like blood in the water almost. I guess I could call it a glow effect. That would look cool. Still, I'd rather have done that intentionally rather than screwed up into something I like. Well, you know, beggars, choosers, and all that. Okay, that's done. Are there any other bits I really need to hit with red? Dio versus Jotaro, and Jotaro trapped in the room. Oh god, that would be a really weird ASMR video, yeah. As you can see, I got the red in there, but they don't look quite what I was hoping for. They're not bad, but I'm going to just adjust them a bit. I wonder if I can make a whiter... Nah, white would just make it pink, not brighter red. Okay. Anything back here that needs to be red? Oh yeah, there's the reverse buttons. Buttons. Oh god, I call them buttons. Almost there. See, these sides are very small. And since my brush is frayed, it's very easy to go too far with it. So I'm being very careful to make sure I hit just what I want. If you hear me start swearing, I missed. All right. I think this is almost done. Yes, I just touch up these sides. Not perfect on the back, but I think for details this should be more than enough. Are there any pieces on this? I need to retouch those on silver, but I can do that later. Same with this one. Just want to. Oh, I want to make this a red sheet. I know they usually go white, but I think a cloth of red would look a little cooler on this and stand out more from the silver I've put on everything. But that's more of a personal opinion. I really wish I had a really super bright silver and a really super bright, well, not even a silver, but like a red. I like this, but it looks much too dull. I mean, okay, that looks good. Like the sheer brightness of it. That is what I wanted. I wanted something that would shout, yeah, I'm a thing. Had to be that voice, though. Very awkward. Very hard to find. And I got a little bit on there. I brushed most of it off, but still, it's annoying that it was there. Yeah, that looks good. Just that little bit of red stands out a lot more than a white cloth. I wonder if I should hit up... Maybe make it a glow? Nah, that would look weird. Are there any other glowy pieces? Yeah, I'm just going to hit these over. I had the silver underlayer, and now I'm going to put a little red on top. It's silly, but I actually kind of like how that looks. Maybe just right here as well. Just one more thing. Oh, God, I am doing it, aren't I? I'm doing the one more thing bit. Oh, God. Touch this up. It's not going to be perfect, but I think the base is actually looking really good right now. I think we're making a lot of progress on this thing. I think I can probably hear. Call this one here. Oh no, wait. No. While the red is out and while it's still wet, just come over here. Take this. That's why I put the black on there. Okay. Got the red dot. Now the other red dot. Just this. Ooh, that's a little too thick. Okay, I like how that looks there. It's barely visible, but you can see the red just kind of poking through. That should work out pretty well. All things considered, I think we made a lot of progress here tonight. No, I think I'll leave that bump. Just a few of the little pointy sections. Not so much lights, it's just bits and pieces. I can always make them brighter, but I think in all honesty, it's as bright as it's going to get. What I could do is just add a tiny bit more to the front ones. This isn't even really adding more paint. It's just a second layer at this point. And because I put silver behind it, it's actually not even as bright. It looks almost silvery in comparison, which is kind of what I was going for, so I'm not complaining. Not very sharp because my brush is starting to fall apart, but good enough that I'm okay with it. You know, good enough for government work, I think they say. So that looks like it might be the end of that. Altogether, I think at the end of the night, the tank has come along pretty nicely. Let's see if I can get it. Actually, let's see if I can just zoom in on this thing. Yeah, I'm liking this. Overall, I think we got the details right. I think we have the right aspects. I love the stripe right in the front because it gives it so much unique color. And I know the vehicle's not supposed to have that, but you know what? I'm doing it. I'm going for it. More things? Oh, you're right. I do need more things. This is going to be soon. But this is a very detail-heavy model. Yeah. And that's not to talk about the pieces that I have for here as well. But it will look pretty good when it's finished. I'm just got to get to that point. I don't want to scratch it in by putting it in yet. I wish this was actually a solid piece right here so I can then put another solid piece on this. But I don't know how, and I would have to then... No, it would make it hard to transport. Still, that would be something to consider. Temporary alien, as much as I would like to add one more thing, I need to stop here. I have a problem. I can't stop. But I want to. But I can't. But I must. It must for the kids. Hey, George Bahsa, man. Right as I'm about to leave, just gonna clean off this brush. The brush is the clean. No, actually it's not. It's still getting a bit of red out of it. Honestly, though, I like how this is looking. And I'm honestly debating if I want to add the Nolan oil wash or if I think this might be the one I don't, because it'll be a lot less bright and shiny. On the other hand, I like the not bright, shiny look. I love how that turns out. Yeah. This thing does not want to go. I found one of the oddest ways to keep the brush intact is to actually leave it rather wet. I know that might sound weird, but it kind of holds the bristles in place. Come to deliver the memes you have, Cubal. Oh, God, there's probably a lot of them. I think, though, this is about where this one's going to end. I will come back to this because I want to get this done. I want to use this in a game, and it'll just be fun, and all the little details make it stand out so much more. That's all the same, everyone. Thanks for watching. Cubal, thanks for dropping in. Temporary Alien, Tyler, Steelers. Oh, wow, I've been saying so long. My back. Stretching right after you kind of got numb. Oh, you can feel that, but it feels good to stretch it out. So all the same, everyone. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Just going to save this up, and yeah. Adios. Oh, man, I got paint everywhere. Ooh, drawing gals. Temporary alien. Discord, please leave a picture if you can, if you don't mind.